You know, just yesterday, a young man came to see me. You could see the dreams in his eyes, he had his degrees in hand, and he was just so ready to take on the world. But he came with this one question, a question that I think so many of us carry deep down inside. He looked me right in the eye, and he asked, "What is the secret of success?" And I looked right back at him. And before I gave him an answer, I had to ask him something first. I said, "Before we get to the secret, tell me, what does success even look like to you? What do you think it really means?" And he answered so fast, almost without thinking. He said, "Well, a good job, a reasonable salary, a car, a place to live, a wife and kids. What else is there?" And I just had to smile because it's the answers so many of us would give, right? And that's when I asked him another question. I said, "My child, tell me something. Do you know who Thomas Edison is?" And of course, he replied, "Yeah, of course, the guy who invented the light bulb." "That's the one," I said. "But here's my real question. How many times do you think he failed before he finally got it right?" The young man paused for a second. You could see him thinking about it, trying to imagine how hard it must have been to create something brand new like that. He guessed, maybe 100 times? I told him, "No, my child, he failed more than 1,000 times." Just think about that for a moment. Over 1,000 times he tried something and it didn't work. Over 1,000 moments where he could have just given up. But he didn't. And when a journalist later asked him, how did it feel to fail so many times? Edison's answer it changes everything. He said, "I did not fail. I discovered 999 ways that do not work." And right there, that is the true meaning of hard work. Now, the thing is, this story isn't just about that young man. It's really the story of all of us today, isn't it? We're all kind of looking for that magic trick, that secret pill that's going to make us successful overnight. But the simple, unavoidable truth of this world is that there is no shortcut to success. It's a long, difficult journey. And the only way to get through that journey is with hard work. And the only way to endure the hard work is with patience. So, where does a shortcut even fit into that picture? It doesn't. Have you ever just watched a blacksmith at work? It's incredible. He takes this piece of iron and he hits it. The first strike does, well, nothing. The second strike, still nothing. But he just keeps going, blow after blow after blow, until that hard, stubborn piece of iron finally starts to bend and take the shape he wants. That's what hard work feels like. And this brings me to a really important point. All the efforts that we just don't see. Our society, we have this habit of celebrating the final result, the shiny success at the end. But we totally ignore the messy, exhausting, relentless work that happened behind the scenes to get there. I mean, we see Bill Gates, the billionaire, but we don't see the version of him that dropped out of college and spent his nights just wandering, hungry to learn everything he possibly could about computers. We see the incredible legacy of Abdul Sattar Eddy and the world's largest ambulance service, but we don't see the man who started it all with just a single cot. See, hard work and passion, they're like the two wings of a bird. You just can't fly with only one. Hard work is the physical stuff, right? It's the swinging of the hammer. But passion is that fire inside you that keeps you swinging. One without the other is just incomplete. I think the biggest crisis we're facing today is that we've just forgotten what hard work is all about. We want everything, but we don't want to work for it. We want to be successful, but we don't want to sacrifice anything. And the reason our generation is running away from it, it's actually pretty simple. It's because we've completely changed what success means. For so many young people today, success is just going viral. It's getting famous overnight. We've tied the idea of success to finding a trick, a shortcut, instead of tying it to the journey itself, a journey that requires consistency and sacrifice and passion. But history tells us over and over again that the people who change the world are the ones who are consistent. They're the ones who sacrifice their sleep, the ones who leave the party early, the ones who take every bitter word the world throws at them and just keep going. Only those people. Real success has never been a quick thing. It's more like a mango tree. You don't get a mango the day after you plant the seed, right? It takes years. First the seed, then a little sprout, then a small plant. It needs water and fertilizer, and season after season has to pass. It takes days and months and years of care, and only then does it finally give you fruit. But when it does, that sweetness makes you forget all about the long wait. So what do you do? What can any of us do? The answer is really just one thing. You have to make hard work, passion, and consistency your way of life. It has to become your personal code. Every single morning when you wake up, just ask yourself this: am I one step ahead of where I was yesterday? And every night before you go to sleep, ask yourself, did I do the things today that successful people do? Let those two questions be your guide. So, I want you to make a promise to yourself, right here, right now. A promise that you will work for your dreams the way a mother works for her child, that you will show passion for your goals the way a lover does for their beloved, and that you will show consistency like a river that drop by tiny drop cuts right through a mountain to find its way. Because once you choose this path, the only things that can carry you to your destination are your courage and your effort. Always remember this: success comes to the one who gets used to hard work, not to the one who just keeps wishing for it, and definitely not to the one who's always looking for a shortcut.